Welcome to the dump. And today we're going to switch it up a little bit. We've been going through all the Pink Floyd's biggest albums, and this was the most requests in our comments for the wall video. So we're doing the Black Sabbath from 1970 self-titled album here.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. We got 5 songs, but it looks like there's multiple. Looks like there's like a transition songs here. Or what is it? Because there's like 4 songs in one kind of deal.
Sure. Yeah, I think we got some, like, honestly, some creepy little cover right here. But
Yeah, I
honestly,
really messed with the cover here.
But yeah, we don't know too much. We're kind of coming in here fresh, just trying to feel out the music for sure.
Yep.
And yeah, that's about it. We're just gonna try to get through this album and kind of give our thoughts between songs, maybe. And yeah, we'll start off here with the title track of the album, Black Sabbath.
Stands before me. Figure in black, which points at me. Turn around quick and start to
Oh, what a way to start it off, man. Holy, wow. That was really good. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I
Wow.
was definitely feeling that first
I
one.
really, really like that song, man. Wow. That was really good.
So I've seen like some clips of Ozzy. Obviously, this is nothing old, but like newer stuff he do at like bigger shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird seeing or hearing his vocals just all like, you know, young and crisp, I guess.
I wonder how old he was when he made this, huh?
Yeah, no, I was a big fan of like the dark instrumentals, and he kind of slowly bring it in, and then the guitars were just whamming at the end there.
The first 4 minutes, that guitar riff was just so addicting, man. Really, really rock with that.
Yeah.
His vocals were super good too, man. That was a really good first track. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This is their first album too, right?
Yeah, that we've seen on here for sure.
In 1972. Holy shit, that was
This
what,
is
40?
Pre Dark Side of the Moon, so.
Wow.
But yeah, I say
pretty
we
damn
keep
cool.
it moving. But yeah, I think a really strong opener here.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that was
we'll
really
move
good.
on to the second track here, "The Wizard."
Misty morning, clouds in the sky. Without warning, a wizard walks by, casting his shadow, weaving his spell. Some great cloud, twinkling bell. Never talking, just keeps walking, doesn't his magic.
All right, that was track 2 there, The Wizard. How are you feeling about that one?
I thought that was another jam. I personally like the intro a little more, but I thought the little guitar and the harmonica little collab there was kind of cool.
I want to know who the hell was playing that harmonica, because god damn, dude, they know how to play a harmonica. Holy shit, that was cool. I'm going to completely agree with you there and say I did like the intro more for sure. This wasn't a bad song at all. It was pretty good. But first track, I do think it's better. But
yeah, no,
still a good song.
That was a cool vibe. I could definitely see the pocket, and yeah, no, I thought it was still a fun track here.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely a nice song here. So we'll go to track 3 here. Wasp / Behind the Wall of Sleep. Is that bassically, or is it, you see how it has 2 S's?
Basically?
Yeah, but it has two S's though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, whatever. Anyway, let us know in the comments. I don't know. Whatever. Play it. We'll play it. Oh man, yeah, they can make a long song not feel that long at all.
Yeah,
that was almost 10 minutes long. Like what?
Yeah, that shit was a banger.
Dude, I want to know like when these guys first came out, like how they even got like the buzz. Like what? I actually want to know that. Let us know in the comments like how these guys blew up, because this is like some really good quality music for their first like project. Like very impressive.
No, I really dug that one, honestly.
There was lots of high peaks, I feel like, on the song. There was lots of parts where like it would get really, really good and then keep going, and then it would get really good again. Right? Like, there was different parts to the song.
I could definitely tell like that first third felt like its own thing. Like and I was definitely liking it, and then all of a sudden those like, I don't know what those like ambient guitars or what they were, but like that shit started hitting. I feel like his like voice like really matches the guitar.
Really matches the
like,
vibe, yeah. Really matches. I think the 4.5 minute mark, that was my favorite part right there, where I transitioned to that new part. I don't know which. I know there's like 4 names here. I don't know which part it was, but whatever part that was really good, man. Really, really like that song.
Yeah, no, this is by far my favorite so far, and
man, that's.
Yeah, no, that was a mega banger.
Yeah, wow, like, that was super good. That was super good.
Yeah, no, that was really great there. I say we just go ahead and move to Wicked World.
Yeah, Wicked World. track 4, Wicked World. How are you feeling about that one?
I think that was another one I enjoyed thoroughly here. I think we had some cool guitars. Obviously, a little lighter on some of the vocals here, but that was another good one. I'd say in terms of like maybe a ranking so far, I'd probably say this is like my third favorite.
Sure. Pretty similar there with you. I have one burning question though. So like on that one part where it played in 1 year, right?
Yeah.
So like this came out in 1970. Did they have headphones back then to listen to music?
I think you could like directly
'Cause there
plug
were no-
into like a vinyl. I feel like, but maybe I'm making that up.
Well, yeah, but there was no computers out. I mean, there were computers, but they were probably like very like very.
So like, what are you trying to say?
So
here?
like
Guess is
I,
what mean.
you know how it played in 1 year. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't have headphones back then though, right? Because all this was played. This was played live.
What was that intentional though? Because I had the guitar in the 1 year.
Yeah.
And also the drums started coming in the other.
Yep.
Maybe that was like intentional.
Yeah, but like when they listened to this back then, were there cassettes? Was it just vinyl? Was it record players?
1970.
They had car stereos, didn't they?
They for sure did.
Yeah.
So are you saying like?
I was wondering like if that was always like that, where they always had the guitar playing in 1 year.
I've definitely heard other songs like that where there's a specific part of the instrumental in one year and the other. So I think that for sure was intentional.
Interesting.
That was cool because I feel like they isolate just the guitar there, and then all of a sudden everything else.
Yeah, that was a very standout moment there for sure.
Yeah.
So I was just curious about
honestly,
that.
I know we kind of talked a little bit in the beginning, but I really think this cover like matches like the aesthetic.
No, this
of,
cover,
like,
this matches so well.
Like damn, this shit bangs.
I really think that intro song just like perfectly encapsulated like what this band is going for.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and these songs have all been really, really good, man. This is such a good first project. Holy crap.
Yeah, well,
Get to the 14-minute song here.
A bit of Finger, Sleeping Village / Warning.
Yep.
Red sun rising in the sky. Sleeping village, cockles cry. Soft breeze blowing in the trees. Peace of mind, feel it deep. drove by, the sea began to shiver and the wind began to moan. It must have been a sign for me to leave you well alone. I was born without you, baby, but my feelings were a little bit too strong. You never said you loved me, and I don't believe you can, 'cause I saw you in a dream and you were with another man. You look so cool and casual, and I try to look the same. But now I've got to love you. Tell me, who am I to blame? I was born without you, baby, but my feelings were a little bit too strong. Cause there's iron in my heart. I just can't keep from trying, cause you say we've got to part. Sorrow grips my voice as I stand here all alone, and watch you slowly take away a love I've never known. I was born without you, baby, but my feelings were a little bit too strong. Just a little bit too strong. Just a little bit too strong.
Man, what a way to end it off.
Yeah, no joke.
That
seems like the kind of song you want to see in concert for sure.
I was literally gonna think about talking about the same thing. Yeah, like I can definitely like see like the transitions and stuff like being different at concerts. You know, I feel like this album could sound even better live. Like as like a live performance, actually being there, hearing the guitars, hearing the drums, hearing the artists like actually sing like right in front of you.
I
That
feel
had
like
to elevate.
He could definitely like replicate that like in show. You know, like sometimes some people's music is hard to replicate depending on their styles and stuff. But this seems like the perfect kind of thing to replicate in concert.
Yeah, I could definitely see how this would be like. I bet they made so much money off touring and stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious what that kind of looked like during the 70s compared to now.
Yeah, I know.
Now they make a shitload of money just with inflation and stuff.
Just like speakers as well, because like I wonder like how loud speakers were back then. I'm assuming they probably had some decent stuff, but like now it's just changed so much.
Well, yeah,
like,
plus live instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
They
had no screens back then like they do now, like the big screens, they have like at festivals now, they had none of that. It was just the band and
Sure. Yeah, no, I think we just get in the scores.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, overall scores here. 8.4 and looks like we got matching scores. I promise you that was not intentional. That's just how it turned out to be. This is a great album, especially for their first project. Wow. Or I guess we shouldn't call it project. You know, that's kind of a newer term. What would you think they'd call it back in the day?
I think it's project or
Project's
album.
fine?
Yeah, LP, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was I didn't really know what to expect coming in. Like I've probably heard something Sabbath, like they're probably like their popular ass ones that they play on like the rock radios and shit.
Yeah.
But
I haven't heard one song off that. There was no part on any song there that I've heard before. So that was all brand new.
Me neither, but
Yeah, that was all brand new.
I'd say the Wasp Behind the Wall of Sleep, the Basically one, that was probably my favorite track, and then the opener was a really strong one for me too. That's probably my second favorite.
Opener's my first favorite, me personally. And I'd go the yours that I had first. I'd go that one second for sure.
Yeah, no, I was just, I don't know, just a fun album to listen to, and honestly between like every instrumental was strong as hell, and they all felt like they had a little variety to them almost too.
Especially with being 1970, man, people must have been so blown away from this shit. Like, wow.
Yeah.
These guys really started it off, huh?
So you guys gotta let us know how you thought of the self-titled Black Sabbath. Make sure to comment some more classic albums. Let us know if we want to keep going down the Black Sabbath rabbit hole.
Because what's next? Paranoid? That's the next one?
I believe so. Otherwise, you know, if you want us to check out some else, just we're gonna pin a comment and just reply, and we'll do whatever gets the most recommendations.
Yeah, we have lots of albums we have not heard before from like way back in the day. So if you guys say an album, we probably haven't heard it. So we got a long list of stuff to go through. So let us know what you want first.
Yeah. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and you already know.
Dump.